Have you ever wished you could learn life's biggest lessons without having to go through the hard parts? If I could go back and give my younger self some advice, I would. But since I can't, I'm sharing it with you so you don't have to go through the same struggles I did. Life has taught me some some tough but valuable lessons over the years. And if I, knowing them now, can save you time, heartache, or regret, then it's worth sharing. Let's get into it. So, at 60, I'm embracing life as a seasoned senior with years of experience, lessons, and growth behind me, but still so much more to discover. My journey hasn't been smooth, but every challenge, every setback, and victory had shaped me into the person I am today. Now I want to share what I've learned to help others navigate their own paths with more confidence, clarity, and purpose. So, after years of navigating life, of switching careers, raising a family, and discovering what's truly important, I've realized that achievement isn't about a final goal, but about how we show up every single day. If sharing my experiences can help even one person find more happiness, meaning, and a deeper sense of fulfillment in their own journey, then I know I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Here is my story. So, I was born and raised in a small country called Belize, surrounded by a mix of cultures and traditions. But as a child, I believe in my mind from what I witnessed that people with lighter skin and good hair were seen as more important, more beautiful, and more successful than someone like me. Darker skin with what I was told was bad hair. I didn't feel attractive. My legs were covered in scars from mosquito bites, and my full lips, which weren't considered beautiful at that time, made me an easy target for teasing. I was bullied about my looks, sometimes even physically attacked, which only made me believe even more that I wasn't good enough. My childhood wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. I can't say I had a happy upbringing. There were challenges, some too painful to revisit. As a teenager, I often felt like I didn't measure up. I attended an all girls Catholic high school run by nuns, and because my family was very poor, I had to do what is called a working scholarship for 2 years, every Sunday, cleaning the convent pews, cleaning the office at school, sweeping the long corridor after school. I was grateful that my tuition would be paid, but I never truly felt like I belonged. I envied the other girls, convinced they were better than me because they didn't have to do what I did. Now, um, because of this, I spent years believing I had to prove my worth. I thought that if I could just achieve more, if I could look different or be accepted by others, then I'd finally feel good enough. As a teenager, I dreamt of leaving Belize, of becoming successful. I wanted to be a clothes designer guy, thinking that success would bring happiness. But what I didn't realize was that no amount of external validation could fix what was broken inside me. That dream of relocating finally became a reality in the late 1980s when I moved to America. I thought a new country would mean a new beginning, that I'd finally feel like I belong, that I'd find happiness, success, and validation. But what I didn't realize was that no matter where you go, you take yourself with you. So, life in America wasn't the dream I had pictured. It was tough and far from glamorous. I faced loneliness, the shock of adjusting to a new culture, and constant financial struggles. Just making ends meet meant taking on job after job, never staying in one place for too long. Over the years, I worked in so many different roles, and I can list them off: receptionist, dental assistant, insurance specialist, customer service rep. I even tried my hands at self employment, of an entrepreneur. I was always chasing something, though back then I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. Now, every job I took on was just a way to get by, to pay my bills, take care of my family, and keep pushing forward. But looking back, they were more than just my paychecks, they were life lessons. I learned that it's not the job title that defines you, it's the kind of person you are, how you show up, the effort you put in, the way you treat others. That's what truly matters. That's what leave a lasting impact. Now, across all those different jobs, I wasn't just chasing a paycheck or stability. I was searching for something much deeper, guys. Something we all long for, which is a true sense of purpose. But purpose isn't something you find in a job title, in a bank account, or another person's approval. It's not a destination you arrive at one day thinking, finally, I've made it. Purpose isn't about how much money you make, the recognition you receive, or whether the world validates your choices. It's something far more personal, something you discover within yourself. So, for years, I've searched for it in all the wrong places. I thought if I just landed the right job, built the perfect life, or achieve a certain level of success, I'd finally feel fulfilled. But every time I reach a goal, that satisfaction was fleeting. I'd accomplish something, feel good for a moment, and then the emptiness would creep back in, leaving me searching for the next thing to chase. Guys, it took me 40 years to realize that purpose isn't found out there. It's something you create from within. It's about how you show up in your own life every day. It's in the way you treat people, the passion you bring to the smallest thing, and the impact you have, whether that's raising a family, helping a friend, or simply choosing to live with kindness and integrity. Purpose is found in the moments, in the growth, in the willingness to keep evolving. Now, once I stopped searching for it in external achievements and started focusing on who I was becoming, everything changed. Because real purpose isn't about what you do, it's about who you are. My life, guys, wasn't all hard times. There were beautiful moments too. I fell in love, I got married, became a mother to four amazing children. They are my greatest joy, my reason for pushing forward. But life has a way of throwing unexpected challenges our way. My marriage eventually ended in divorce, and I found myself navigating the heartbreak of failed relationships and the struggle of rebuilding my life time and time again. Through all the ups and the downs, one thing became clear: happiness and self worth don't come from a place, a job, or even other people's approval. They come from within. It took me years, decades really, to understand that I was always enough just as I was. And that's why I'm here sharing my journey, because I know I'm not the only one who has felt lost, unworthy, or like happiness is always just out of reach. Moving to America felt like entering a whole new world. For the first time, I felt at ease, free about the endless criticism about my legs, my lips, or my hair. Nobody pointed out my imperfections or made me feel inferior. Instead, I experienced a newfound sense of acceptance, as though I could truly be myself. It gave me a clean slate, but it didn't magically erase the doubts and insecurities I carried for years. The real struggle, guys, wasn't just about leaving beliefs, it was about letting go of the deeply rooted beliefs that had shaped me since childhood. Even with new opportunities in a new place, the toughest battle wasn't the world around me, it was the one happening inside my own mind. And for the first time in my life, I began to see myself differently. I felt important, beautiful, and appreciated, not because anyone told me so, but because I was no longer surrounded by the voices that made me doubt my worth. Now, the thing I once saw as imperfections, the features I was teased for, suddenly felt like they belonged to me in a way they never had before. Back in the days, big full lips wasn't considered beautiful. Just another thing that made me feel different, another reason to feel insecure. But fast forward today, and suddenly, full lips are the beauty standard. People are paying for lip fillers, overlining their lips, doing anything to achieve what I was once made to feel ashamed of. It's funny how the world changes, how what was once mocked becomes something people admire. And it made me realize something. Beauty is and always has been subjective. The features guy we criticize in ourselves today might be celebrated tomorrow. So why do we waste so much time believing we're not enough? I did that. Looking back, I wish I had embraced myself sooner. I wish I had known that my worth wasn't tied to society ever changing definition of beauty. And if you've ever felt like you weren't enough because of the way you look, let me tell you, you are enough. Let me get a little closer. Just as you are. Guys, for the longest time, what I was really searching for was just to love myself, to accept myself as I am, to know deep down I'm enough. Not because of my appearance or achievements, but simply because I exist. But for years, I couldn't give myself that kind of love. No, I couldn't. Now, as time passed, I started to realize that aging well and seasoned isn't about how we look, it's about how we feel and how we live. Here's the truth though: we are never staying the same. We're either growing or shrinking, moving forward or fading away. If you're not stepping out of your comfort zone and expanding your world, you're letting it shrink. And before you realize it, life isn't something you live in, it's something that's just passing you by. So ask yourself this: are you stepping up trying new things and choosing to truly live? Or are you letting life slip away, letting the best of you fade into the background? Are you? You want to know what real confidence feel like, guys? So it's looking in the mirror and embracing the person staring back at you. The lines, the wrinkles, the changes, and all, without criticism or regret. It's seeing your body evolve over time and saying, yes, it's different, but I still love it. I still appreciate it. True confidence, guys, isn't measured by a number on the scale or the reflection in the mirror. It's understanding that self worth isn't about looking perfect, it's about feeling at peace with who you are. It's wearing what makes you feel good, not what hides your so-called flaws. It's smiling at yourself instead of picking yourself apart. It's realizing that beauty isn't about fitting into a mold, it's about owning who you are. Now, because the moment you stop fighting yourself, the moment you stop wishing you look different or were someone else, that's when you truly step into your power. Now, one of the biggest lessons I've picked up over the years is this: don't take time for granted. The older you get, the more you realize that the days, the months, and the years just seem to zoom by. There's something about getting older that makes time feel like it's slipping away quicker, and it's like your soul knows that. Suddenly, what used to feel like endless time now feels more precious, and we start noticing just how much we've been rushing through life. It's a wake-up call that time is limited. You can't get it back. So be mindful about how you spend it. Something else I've come to realize: everyone, guys, fighting a battle you can't see. No one has a perfect life, no matter how it looks on the outside. Whether you're rich or struggling, we all have our own set of challenges. What really matters is how you deal with it. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you've been through. It's about what you choose to do with the hand you've been dealt. It's all about the journey, not the starting point. So, when it's your turn to navigate the journey of life, remember this: we all begin at different points. Some face challenges from the start, while others might seem to have an easier path ahead. But what truly matters isn't where you start, it's how you choose to keep moving forward. The journey doesn't end until it does, and none of us know when that moment will come. Stay focused on your path, but don't forget to support others along the way. It's not about being first, it's about staying true to your course and helping others along theirs. Okay? Now, here's the final lesson: stop blaming everything else for where you are. When we get stuck in the cycle of blaming other people or situations for where we are, we lose the power to change anything. Blame is a dead end. Taking responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your direction is where your power lies. You can't change the world around you until you start changing yourself. So if you're ready to stop waiting for things to magically shift, take control of your own life. That's when the real power begins. Okay? To sum this all up, for years I've looked for validation in achievements, in relationships, in how others saw me, but none of it ever truly filled me. Real peace came when I stopped searching. Okay? And I started embracing who I was, flaws and all. Loving yourself isn't about being perfect, it's about accepting yourself, showing up for yourself, and knowing that you are enough just as you are. My hope that something, become a little closer, that something in my story speaks to you and help you move through your own journey with more clarity, confidence, and self-love. Because each of us has something special to share, and the journey is about authentic living, connecting, and inspiring others to live their fullest lives. The destination isn't somewhere out in the future, it's right here in the growth and the lessons we gather along the way. So, no matter what you believe in, whether it's a higher power, spirituality, or the universe, there's always something greater guiding you. Life has a way of unfolding exactly as it's meant to, even when we can't see the full picture. Trusting in that bigger plan, even in difficult times, brings a sense of peace. You don't have to have all the answers or control every outcome. Growth, resilience, and purpose come from learning to let go, to embrace the unknown, and believe that everything is leading you to where you meant to be. If you found, guys, value in this, I truly appreciate it. If you like and subscribe to my channel. If something I share resonate with you, then the journey is already worth it. Yes. I've been reflecting a lot on my YouTube journey. I genuinely love creating these videos and sharing my thoughts with you. I am speaking into existence that my channel will grow and that I can, of course, become financially stable. But I remind myself that the real goal isn't about chasing viral moments. It's about adding value, helping others, and being of service. It's easy to overthink things, but I always bring myself back to why I started. The point isn't the number of views or subscribers, it's about making a meaningful impact. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to me. Hopefully this resonates with you guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.